Well, hello everyone. Just want to say happy Sunday. Of course, tomorrow's Monday. We all have to go back to work. But I want to thank a lot of you for following me, liking my Facebook page, my work KUAB Facebook page, and and I enjoy talking on the radio, being on the radio, and it's the highlight of my day is that part of my job because of certain reasons. It's just very enjoyable. It's what I went to college for, among other things, and I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate it, and uh, things happen sometimes, and you never know. But I just want to say I really do appreciate everything and everybody who follows me, likes what I have to say, shares what I have to share, and understands, the things I do when, like Greg's gloves for Greg, or Greg's gloves, however you want to call it. I appreciate that. I really, really do, because I feel like the forum that we have is a forum that can really educate and help people grow and help people love a little bit more and understand a little bit more that we're not the same, that we're all different. Every single one of us has a different past, has a different future, and also has a different life. But the love's still there, the heart's still there, the caring is still there. You may not always like people or like what they do, but the love is still there because they're still people. They're humans. They're humankind. It's like animals. You love them. They become a part of your family. And my grandmother passed away on December 8th. I lost my father a couple of years ago, and when my grandmother passed away, I felt very disassociated with certain people and their behaviors, and then their attitudes towards me when it came down to her passing, and I lose a lot of respect for people who don't understand. My grandma and I may have not gotten along the best towards the end, but I had beautiful and wonderful memories with her when I was a child and when I was a teenager and when I was growing up. Uh, she didn't agree with who I love, and that's fine. I didn't hate her for it. We just didn't talk about it. And when you don't talk about something, well, that's my life. What else is there to talk about? She knew I graduated from college, joined the military. There wasn't anything more to talk about. And so, I wrote a letter to my grandfather explaining all this, but that I was still hurt, and I'm still very much hurt. I mean, she is a part of me. And like my father, is gone, never to come back. And I never got to say really what I think I should have said. And there have been other circumstances that make me very disappointed in people in regards to life in general. I will say I don't know who complained, whatever, but Don's allowed to say he's happy anniversary to his wife, but I'm not allowed to say happy anniversary to my husband, and I don't think that is something um, that is right or fair. And I'm not going to use the fact that, well, it's Southwest Oklahoma, so it's okay. No, it's not okay. Somebody has to say something at one point in their life. Somebody has to stand up and say, no, it's not okay to think that way. You know, it's like saying, well, he's a killer. That's what he does. It's okay. No, it's not. It's not. To make change, it only takes one person to stand up and say, no, you know what? I'm in love. That's all that matters. Love. It's just all about love. Nothing else. Nothing else matters. Going out and having fun. Yeah, I posted a video of me at a brunch in Florida with a group of Kenny's high school friends, and it was on our anniversary, and it was entertainment beyond entertainment, lots of fun, Disney songs. They did all these things. It was a blast. But you complained. I don't know why. Don't like me. Don't follow me. If it's something that bothers you, that's fine. I, I, I don't know a lot of you, and that's fine, but I really do appreciate that you do listen to the show. And I think Don and I have a very great chemistry together, and I think we've both come a long way in the almost 2 years I've been there. And again, like I said, it's a very big part of what makes me me. And the morning show is something that makes me me and makes me feel normal, because I don't always feel normal all the time. You know, we all have issues and stuff, and that's what I enjoy about my mornings. That's what gets me up. That's what gets me there. Um, but again, we all have issues, we all have problems, and uh, I enjoy my time off as well with my family. You know, that's having lost even my Uncle Mark here recently, um, just I think a couple weeks ago. It's really been um, eye-opening that you only have your family for so long, and you should spend as much time with them as possible and understand that they come first, and that other people should respect that. I do. I certainly do. You know, my kids come first wholeheartedly. They will never go hungry. They will never go without clothes. They will never go without happiness. They may not be happy all the time, but what kid is? But they'll never go without. I did. They won't. And I promise that. And no matter what happens or what happens in my life, Kenny and I will, that's our first priority, are our children and our family, and keeping that together and keeping it healthy, mentally, physically, all around, for not just me, but for the boys and even for Kenny, you know, progression in career, progression in life. Um, I'm not going to let excuses be reasoning behind anything. I don't, you know, if it's an excuse, I'm sorry, you shouldn't have done it in the first place, you know? Not forgetting your homework at school, or misbehaving, let's just say, misbehaving in school. Well, if you tell the teacher, well, this morning he had a bad day, this happened, this happened, this happened, that doesn't excuse his behavior. Same thing as adults. And I just want to put that out there. It doesn't excuse someone's behavior to treat someone else less than them or make them feel less than them. And I don't say, oh, well, that's just the way they are. That's an excuse. It's not the way they are. And I'm not going to take it. And neither should you. We are on this planet for such a very short time. And as I've gotten older, I've realized that that time is passing quicker and quicker and quicker. And I got to start letting it slow down a little bit, because missing out on a ton of things, stressing out over things that aren't even important, getting anxious about people and situations that are just ridiculous. And we need to stop. We need to stop treating each other like we're better, or we're more deserving, or you know what? We all have hard times. Boo-hoo, get over it. We'll deal with it. But excuses are not anything I ever want to hear. I will never make an excuse. Ever. You know, we all have bad days. I get that. It's not an excuse, though. But we have them. And we choose our behavior, and we choose our reactions. And we choose to respect other people, and we choose to respect them on their time off and when they're at work. When we stop doing that, then you're taking the respect away. I give respect. I will automatically give you respect, but you can lose it. And when you lose it, it's going to be a hard time to get back. We're going into a presidential candidate. I'm not going to talk about politics in depth about this, but we need to make good choices, right choices, big decisions. Our world depends on it. Our lives depend on it. We are a wasteful country. We throw away tons and tons of food because it's misshapen. No, save that food. We've got tons of poor people who need it. If it's not perfect here in America, we discard it. That's just wrong. We discard people, homeless people. Why? They're people. Who discards it? You know, it is hard to walk by someone and not say anything when they're begging for money. It tears me up. When I lived in Denver, I kept thinking to myself, how lonely that must feel to be ignored, as if you weren't even in existence. We've lost who we are as a human race. We've lost the ideology of love. Put religion aside. Put all that aside. You know, we are born naturally in our hearts good. It's the decisions and choices we make in our life that make us bad people or make us disrespectful. You know, I have to listen to people all the time, give me their opinion, political, and I bite my tongue because I don't want to get a fight. I'm gonna pick my battles, and you know it's not worth it. You can have your opinion, you can state your opinion, but it's a little rude when you do it in front of people that don't think the same way you do. Because guess what? It's not gonna sway my opinion, and I don't want to hear it. So, with that being said, I just want to put out there, and this is a long one. We need to start respecting each other a lot more as people, as humans, and understanding that we're not going to be here forever. We're running out of resources. The we do have global warming, whether you want to believe it or not. There's scientific proof, but we've lost ourselves somehow. All of us. Greed, money. You know, I don't make a lot, but I did make do with what I have, and I never forget. And I have things I have to pay, and I have bills I have to pay, and there are times it is tight, but it's okay. But we need to all get back to who we are genuinely inside, because greed is something that has overtaken this world. We all want to make money. We all want to make more money. And you know what? I want to make money, not to have lavish things, not to build a big giant house or get a brand new car. I want to have more money so that I can put food on my kids in my kids' mouth that's healthy food. Healthy food. Put clothes on their back that will last, that just won't tear, first time they put it on. And they're growing all too much so fast that you gotta end up making more money. You have to have it. And I understand that. But I will never let it be that consuming to where I disrespect or I treat someone differently because it's more important or my life is more important. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, and again, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in and listening to me in the morning with Don. It is an absolute joy to work with him. I love it. I mean, he is a hoot. He's a bit much sometimes. Love you, Don. But I just want to say, tune in tomorrow morning. Be on with Don. Feeling a little bit better. Still sinusy. Can't really do much about that. And thank you all for just following me and listening to me. And maybe this will make one person smile, and maybe you'll do something good and you can pass it on. Because that's all we need to do is try our best to help somebody else, even if it's just a little bit. We can do it. If it's a hug or a smile, or just caring that someone's feelings can get hurt. It doesn't make them over emotional. We just all have different styles of emotion, and we shouldn't ever make someone feel bad about that. So remember, you see someone who is $1 short and they can't pay for whatever is in front of, they're buying groceries. Give them the dollar. Pay for the person's groceries behind you. $10 of it. Pay for someone's meal. Smile at someone. Let's get back to being good people. Because right now, I don't think that there are a lot of us that are. But we're trying. And I have faith. Thanks.